Guys, we have my first ever Beyonder unit. Yes, you see this correctly. This is a brand new rarity that just released for the first time a few hours ago. As you can see, the Beyonder. So basically, in the Discord, they just released a bunch of, how would I say, like, bug fixes and kind of like little patch notes, technically, or quality of life stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I'll get like a little screenshot here because there's like two parts to it. And so basically, let's go to the upgrade zone. I finally got it Ainz, and then they finally added the Dark Ranger and the Beyonder into the pool for the traits. And lucky for me, I never traded my normal rerolls into divine rerolls, so I have 1,000,000. Yes, I said that right. There's 1,000,000. And I've rolled the Beyonder on him, which is the best trait in the game, better than Sovereign. So basically, if you guys don't know what it does, here, I can show you guys. So it's got 500% damage, 300% health, 50% range, 10% evade, 15% skill resistance, a minus 15 ability cooldown, plus 10 speed, and plus 1 soul equip. This unit only, with the one placement. Now for the soul equip, I don't really know how that works because there's not a slot for him to put another one on, unless I'm just like missing something, but I don't really see anything else to put another thing on. I also got a Cloud Beyonder on accident. I was gonna try and get Dark Ranger or like a double Sovereign. I have that. He has a 0 cooldown, which is pretty cool. He's probably really good, but out of all these units aren't really that good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's good with, he just doesn't do enough DPS. That's the only issue with him. His ability's good, but I don't think it makes up for it because he can't even like nuke. So basically, I'm gonna showcase Ainz, but I'm also gonna showcase these other units. But the main kicker here is my first ever Beyonder unit is gonna be the newest Ranger unit. So basically, all these units are gonna have the same gear set, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. Basically, the curls, coat, shoes, sword, and then I would normally just do like the Soul of Pure Agony on these, or like the Soul of Riches if they're too expensive, like him. Well, another thing, guys, his ability cooldown is like 80 seconds. Like, look, take it off, 19.5, and I have the obviously the trait or the curse. Where is it at? So basically, same thing on him with the Soul of Pure Agony, and you're gonna want to use that for every single one, unless they're a buffer. I should probably switch it. Unless they're buffers, and you might have range on them too. But basically, curls, coat, shoes, sword. And then if you don't know what soul to put, just put the Soul of Pure Agony. It's probably the best soul. Or the Cyclops one if you have like a spare. But the Soul of Pure Agony is gonna be your best bet. So to get into this, I'm gonna read these off because they're kind of confusing. So she does a heal, right? And bleed is kind of her thing, and she also has like a buff with Ainz. But then Unevo or Evo, well, I guess you would never use him Unevo because he's just not good Unevo. But she's just not, they're not, it's obviously a mythic, so like it's like they said, the mythic units aren't really gonna be meta, which is honestly fair. They shouldn't be. They're the like pretty low rarity compared to these other guys that you have to like get stuff for. But Albedo is kind of interesting. She has like a, I don't know how to explain. She obviously has bleed, right? But then she has her seduction, right? When Albedo, her attached ally, attacks an enemy, they compare the following stats to literally damage, attack cooldown, range, max HP, and if the enemy's overall higher, apply 1 seduce. If the enemy is lower, I can't speak, apply 2. So each stack copies 2.5% of the enemy's max HP and adds that amount to the HP of every allied unit in Albedo's range. She's a buffer, technically a buffer, kind of like giving them more health, which can overheal allies up to plus 50% HP, which I don't think is really that good, because like almost every unit gets 1-shot pretty much in anything you do. So like maybe 2-shot, but that's really not that good. You would probably much rather have a good buffer at that point. So, well, I don't remember what this guy's actual name is. He just doesn't do enough damage. His abilities are good that he has here, but the lack of DPS just kind of doesn't really put him in the S tier. I want to make a tier list soon with like all the units, because I've obviously used like a lot of them. But because there's gonna have to be a new tier list for all these new units is the thing. The meta is very different now, especially now that they added these traits literally like a few hours ago. Because now people aren't gonna be rolling Sovereign, they're gonna be rolling Beyonder and Dark Ranger, because they're just obviously clearly better traits, right? Because I think he's 85,000 a second, so technically he has the fastest DPS now. Oh no, he doesn't. That guy does. He's up there. Oh, okay. That's pretty good, but basically we're gonna showcase this. I'm gonna show you guys the curses, and these are gonna be my buffers. Obviously, some of the best buffers in the game. If you don't have them, they said something about bringing them back, I think, or bringing this one back, Lullaby back for an event. But basically, range on the buffers, that's really important, and cooldown. And then where's the other one? Obviously, ability cooldown. You can. He doesn't really matter, honestly. If you don't have anyone a curse or anything, it doesn't matter. And then I just do ability cooldown and ability cooldown damage, or what's the other one? Ability damage, but mainly cooldown is the one I try to get first, because that deals the most damage, right? And I got lucky and I got double cooldown. On this one I got pretty lucky too. Ability damage and cooldown. And then ability cooldown, because he really wasn't that good, so I was like, well, there's no reason to upgrade him. And then for curses, I don't think you need curses. They're not super significant, except like buffers obviously send them out quicker if you can. And yeah, like I don't have any on these, so do not worry about them. I mean, maybe on this one do cost, but then I don't know. Another thing, I forgot to mention this, guy. There's actually a lot of stuff that was posted. There are new levels for the stats, right? You can get yin quicker, you can get a way higher max. I think they upped it by like 25 levels each. I almost have 1 billion gold, so like this is like the first thing that I'm gonna do. I don't remember what the cap is. Well, I'm sorry, this is really loud. This is okay. Wow, wait, what's the cap? That's very significant. It kind of keeps me thinking like what the future is. Are they gonna have units that are so expensive? Okay, I won't talk over this because I literally can't hear. Is there really gonna be units that are that expensive? We need to have that big of a cap? Because like honestly, even what we have right now seems a little excessive. But to showcase this, I don't think they fixed the test play. So we're gonna go into the, which one is it? The Ascension event. This one got nerfed heavy, and the tournament got reset, and then I think these got reset. No, whoa, I don't think that got reset. And then there's a bunch of changes. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of changes I didn't even cover because I was not even thinking it. But these got buffed heavy, or nerfed heavily. Like the traits, they said primarily, because I mean I got 1 million traits just off this event, pretty much, and it broke the economy for sure. But then they said the chests, that's what it is. Chests from dungeons are nerfed with the gold because of this, right? Let's get into a game. I know I've been talking a lot. There's actually a lot that like had to be covered, but this is I kind of forgot. I like kind of dozed off and started making like an update video. This is not an update video. This is a showcase video to showcase Ainz, because he is my first ever Beyonder unit, and Beyonder is gonna be the new like meta pretty much. So he's obviously auto upgraded to max. Let's try this again. So you guys can see him at level 1. So 250k. Oh, well, 250k to 2 million, right? And I actually did not read his abilities for you guys, so I'm gonna do that right now. So he's got ton of range, ton of cooldown, not ton of cooldown, good ability damage. So basically, Ainz, he applies Dominion, which is tagging for 30 seconds, and it slows them, and then they take more damage. So he's kind of like a buffer in a sense, right? And his supportings gain plus 25% damage up to 25. Enemies that die will fall under Dominion, grant 1 fallen down stack. I don't even know if I should read these guys. You guys probably just know that it does damage and it does more damage. Just to be honest with you, because they just do damage. If you guys want to read it, honestly, you guys can read it. It just does damage. It gets confusing. I don't know if this is as bad as ALS, because ALS has some crazy passives. But it's a lot calmer, which is honestly kind of funny to think about, because ALS does not chill on their passives. It's funny, because Nag always says that. I don't know if you guys watch him on YouTube, but he always says it does damage, and it does more damage, and he's not wrong. I just do more damage. But he does a good amount, though. Obviously, he's a ranger unit, so he's going to be doing a good amount. And obviously, he's a new Beyonder rarity, so he's going to be dishing out damage. Now, these other guys aren't really doing too much is the issue. Albedo, obviously, he's a secret. She's going to do a lot more. But even Sheltier is doing a lot better than... What? Dude, I don't remember their names. I literally just watched the anime, like, a little bit ago. But honestly, Ainz is pretty good. He has some use cases, I will say that. So it's kind of showcase him and the Ranger, but I know I haven't posted since like a few days, because I was gonna post this like the day of, because I thought this was so dope. But then I'm like, I can post him as a, what do you call it, Beyonder, because I just got him. And I have a bunch of trait rerolls, so I'm definitely gonna be rolling for that now for all the new units that are meta, or the current units that are meta, like Cloud. But yeah. Oh. I beat that. I talked long enough. I beat the game mode. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. And we'll see you in the next one.